Hello everyone, it's Kevin and it is time to power on and revisit two classics this time around. Today we'll be comparing two legendary games to answer a 30-year-old question. Which Super Mario World game is the king? It's time for Super Mario World vs. Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. Now if you're like me, you probably grew up with both of these SNES classics. Both have Super Mario World in their names, both feature our favorite dinosaur, aka my favorite Nintendo character, Yoshi, our favorite plumber Mario, and everyone's favorite classic video game villain, Bowser. And both games are just absolute masterpieces, but which one of these two stands taller? We're gonna break down everything from their iconic gameplay to their unforgettable art styles, to finally figure out which world has truly earned its super title. Let's jump in. Overview. First, let's set the stage. On one side of the coin we have Super Mario World, released in 1990 in Japan, a launch title for the Super Famicom aka SNES. It gave us the definitive Mario formula for the 16-bit era, which we thought was the staple going forward. It introduced Yoshi as Mario's loyal steed, it introduced the capes, the special world, and a sprawling interconnected map. Incidentally, Nintendo did go back to this formula in the future. And then, the curveball. In 1995, which, wow, that's 30 years ago. Happy birthday, Yoshi. You deserve this cake, bro. But let's get back to where we were. In 1995, we got Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. Notice the 2 and the Super Mario World subtitle. If it weren't for this little tie-in here, we would not be having this discussion right now. As alluded to, this game wasn't a direct sequel in the traditional sense. Instead, it totally flipped the script. Baby Mario is the cargo, and despite still being the steed, Yoshi is the hero, tasked with carrying Mario through gorgeous crayon-drawn worlds to rescue baby Luigi. It was a massive departure visually and mechanically. If they really wanted Mario to get saved, I wonder why they didn't let Luigi do it.
I'm the best.
Ugh, never mind. So while they share the same subtitle, they approach the Super Mario World concept from different angles. Let's see how this plays out. Gameplay and controls. This is where the biggest difference lies. Super Mario World is what you expect from a Mario platformer, especially after Super Mario Bros. 3. It's about precision, momentum, and discovery. The controls are tight, from the classic jump to the game-changing spin jump and incredibly versatile cape, allowing for flight and intricate level navigation. It perfected the established Mario formula, typically what you'd expect from a direct sequel. Now Yoshi's Island, it threw all of that out of the window. Yoshi is the star, and his moveset is completely different from his Super Mario World self. We've got the flutter jump, the new egg-spitting mechanic where you aim and fire projectiles, and the ground pound. Yoshi also gets power-ups in this game in the form of transformations. The gameplay loop is less about cruising through levels and finding secrets along the way, and more about careful exploration, managing Baby Mario's timer and crying, and finding collectibles. In fact, it's probably one of the first collectathons that I could think of other than Donkey Kong Country 2. Control-wise, both are pretty much perfect. Both are very different though. Super Mario World is pure Mario smoothness and fluidity. Yoshi's Island is more about mastering a new, more deliberate style. It's less about speed and more about mastering the new mechanics and unique abilities. Difficulty-wise, both games are reasonable in difficulty. Where the real difficulty lies is going for the completionist bonus that both games provide. Super Mario World will require actual practice and skill to beat the special non-mandatory levels. Yoshi's Island will require patience to collect everything throughout the game. You're gonna have to do a bit of backtracking and replaying of levels. But we're gonna get back to this aspect of these games later in the video. However, there is one aspect that helps Super Mario World edge out a win in this category. It has a two-player mode. This is where I spent a lot of time in my childhood. It's essentially the same game, but you take turns with player 2, aka Luigi, as you complete levels as a team. Story and characters. Neither game is known for their storylines, but they both deliver charm within. Super Mario World is classic Mario. Bowser kidnaps Peach, takes over Dinosaur Land, and Mario and Luigi along with Yoshi come to the rescue, chasing him through 7 worlds. Simple, effective, and get straight to the point. But Yoshi's Island? It has a surprisingly touching story. Kamek attacks his stork, scattering the two baby brothers apart. It's up to the Yoshis to protect baby Mario and reunite him with his lost brother. It's a tale of guardianship and heroism, and it almost feels kind of like a fable. This storyline not only gives us a glimpse into Mario's origins, it also teaches us that Yoshi is the MVP of the entire lore. If there is no Yoshi, Mario and Luigi likely get eaten by the final boss. Not to mention in this game, there's a lot more crying involved. If you know, you know. I will give a slight edge to Yoshi's Island in this section. Graphics and presentation. Here's where the two games really express their differences in style. Super Mario World defines 16-bit pixel perfection. It set a new standard for platformers with its vibrant, colorful, and sharp graphics. The sprites are iconic, the backgrounds are detailed, and it established the style of what many considered the golden age of Mario. Then you have Yoshi's Island. What can I say? This game is essentially a playable children's book. Its hand-drawn, crayon-inspired aesthetic was revolutionary for the time, and it still holds up today. It's whimsical, expressive, and every screen and animation feels lovingly crafted. It's a visual triumph for the time, and it looks better than many games that came out after it. The differences aren't just cosmetic, however. It deeply impacts the game's feel. Super Mario World is precise and clean, and Yoshi's Island is organic and artistic. Both are beautiful in their own way, and these graphic design choices show the philosophy of both games. I'm gonna give this a tie. I was gonna vote for Yoshi's Island, but then I thought more about Super Mario World's significance and place in gaming culture. Sound and music. The music in both games are pure Nintendo nostalgia. Super Mario World features Koji Kondo at his absolute best, with incredibly catchy upbeat tunes that stick with you forever. The main theme is instantly recognizable, and a lot of the music is still remixed and used today. The sound effects are classic Mario and just unforgettable. Yoshi's Island, while still having fantastic melodies, has a slightly more playful and whimsical vibe to match the aesthetic. There's a lot of range in the music. It could go from chill to hectic to just peaceful. The Baby Mario cries are annoying but iconic. The flutter jump sound, the unique boss themes, it leans to its cartoonish nature with a more experimental and charming audio design. Both deliver on the audio, but Super Mario World is the classic, while Yoshi's Island offers a fresh and distinct auditory identity. This is another tight race. I'm gonna go with Super Mario World because it is iconic to everyone, whereas Yoshi's Island is iconic to people who played or grew up with this game. Technical performance. Given that these are both first-party Nintendo titles from the SNES era, technical performance is essentially flawless. Both games run incredibly smoothly with tight hitboxes and almost no noticeable glitches or slowdowns. They are benchmarks for polished platforming. Yoshi's Island stands out technically due to its use of the Super FX2 chip. This chip allowed for those incredible scaling and rotation effects, bringing the graphics to life in ways that few other SNES games could at the time. It pushed the hardware to its absolute limit and did not crack. You can't go wrong with either game, but I will give the edge to Yoshi's Island for the innovation. Value and replayability. Super Mario World offers tremendous replayability. It has a huge overworld, secret exits, Star Road, and a special world. It seems that there's always something new to discover. Finding all of the exits and unlocking the changed world provides a great challenge for completionists, but the changed world is odd because of how the enemies look now. Also, tubular is annoying as Yoshi's Island, while having a more linear level progression, focuses on 100% completion within each stage. Collecting all 30 stars, 20 red coins, and 5 flowers in each level requires deep exploration and mastery of Yoshi's abilities. On top of these collectibles, you're able to unlock bonus levels for each world you master. Both offer deep experiences, but Super Mario World is about charting your own course of the world, while Yoshi's Island is more about mastering each stage. I'm gonna give this a tie. Final verdict. So after all of that, which Super Mario World is truly the super one? It's tough. Both are masterpieces and monuments in gaming history, but I cannot come to a conclusion on a winner. In my opinion, it all comes down to preference. Super Mario World is the pinnacle of classic Mario platforming. It has precise gameplay, it has staple power-ups, and it has an expansive world map. It's the ultimate portrayal of everything we loved about Mario before. Consider this the blueprint. Yoshi's Island is a bold and innovative entry. It redefined what a platformer could be. With its revolutionary art style, gameplay mechanics, and actual story, it's experimental, charming, and timeless. I guess what it boils down to is that if you want the purest, most classic Mario platforming experience, Super Mario World takes the crown. It's just perfection in its genre. However, if you're looking for innovation, unparalleled artistry, and a completely fresh, whimsical take on the platformer collectathon genre that pushed the boundaries of its hardware, then Yoshi's Island is the one for you. Ultimately, I don't think that either one truly outshines the other, because they set out to do completely different things and succeeded at both. They are both super for different reasons. Super Mario World is the ultimate evolution, Yoshi's Island is the revolutionary innovation. And the world is definitely a better place with both of them in it. But what do you think? Which Super Mario World holds a more special place in your heart? Let us know in the comments below. And that's a wrap. It is time to reboot. I will see you on the other side.